Hello and welcome to another episode of Deep Dishes. I am Brian.
And I am Kenya.
This is my child. She's been on the earth now for 19 years.
About to be 20.
About to be 20. Okay. What are we making tonight for dinner?
Today we are making homemade pizza.
Homemade pizza. Now I have some skills here because me and two of my partners, we own a pizza restaurant several years back. So the most important part of making a pizza is the sauce. The sauce got to be right.
The sauce got to be right. How right does the sauce got to be? Alright, so let's bring the camera over here. So
tell them how you made the sauce, can you? Go ahead.
Alright, I use 1 cup of crushed tomatoes. I use about a cup of this pizza sauce. You use garlic powder, Italian powder, fresh basil, mix it all together. Ba-boom, ba-ba. Delicious. Salt and pepper too. Please season your sauce.
Okay. So the sauce is kind of saucy. It's good. Now let's talk about some of the fresh ingredients we have here. We have bell peppers we cut up. We have mushrooms. This is the basil that we put in the pizza sauce. We have some fresh red onions here, pepperoni. We do have some spinach, and this is our mozzarella. And these are, this is the dough we bought from the local market, okay? So what we're about to do is we're about to hook this up. We're going to get it in the oven on 425 for about 25 minutes, and it's going to be delicious. So what me and Kenya, we're going to have some fun kind of putting the sauce on and hooking all this up, and we'll be right back. All right. So this is the masterpiece. All right, and we did add black olives, as well as, what was the other ingredient?
Broccoli.
Okay. It was broccoli? Fresh broccoli. Wow. Okay. Fresh broccoli and some black olives. All right. So we're going to put this in the oven on 425.
For 25 minutes. All right.
We'll be back to eat in just a minute. And this is the masterpiece.
Yes, it is.
All right.
Look at that veggie pizza. Woo!
I'm hungry. Let's go.
Let's go. But one second. We got something to tell y'all. Cook it on 14 minutes, not 25.
Exactly. About 14 minutes.
14.
So we're about to get to this dinner right here. Homemade pizza here at the Ingram's home. And then we're going to get into some devotion. But right now I'm hungry and I'm ready to eat.
All right, let's get into it.
All right, let's get this thing going.
Well, this is Avondale's class reunion weekend. Yay! Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
All right.
Class of 92. Had to throw that out there.
Oh my God.
So we'd like to welcome you all to another episode of devotion now. We Deep Dishes. We had our dinner. Dinner was good. And now we're going to have some devotion. So they don't know what I'm going to hit them with. Y'all don't know what the question is going to be.
No.
Or what we're going to do. And this is going to be a very, very interesting subject. Okay? So the question is, what's the purpose of dating and when should you date?
17. He said, what is the purpose?
Okay,
of dating?
first, what is the purpose of dating? Okay, we're going to go with Kenya first. What's the purpose of dating? And what you think is age appropriate?
The purpose of dating is to set up and get to know the person that you'll eventually be married to. So it's kind of like building a friendship and then building, like, getting to know each other deeper, like, and all that, then marriage. Like, I don't like casual dating because it's just like, why are you... Anyway, okay, but I think the age... 21. About 16, 17.
Too young.
Okay.
That's not too young.
All right, so Zion, what...
It's surely not 12 or 13. That's what it's like 2018. Whatever. Sorry, go ahead.
So what's the purpose? What do you agree with Kenya purpose of dating and what age you think? And just be honest. Just
Well,
share.
I think like the purpose of dating is probably, like Kenya said, the purpose of dating is like, you know, the person that you're gonna be married to in the future and stuff like that. And I think the age should be 16. Cause I think the age should be 16 or 17. That's what I think.
You said 16 or 17?
Yeah, 16
But
or
depending
17.
on where you are, because I feel like America, our adolescence stretches a little bit longer. than like in other parts of the world.
Yeah, but there is a maturity level. So,
I just said that.
okay, well, maybe I wasn't paying attention. Sorry.
Yeah.
I mean, I agree with you. I think that when you date, you should date with the purpose in mind, not casual dating, because casual dating prepare you for other things in life, such as practicing for divorce, as your daddy often says, but you date for a purpose. I think you should date when you're 30. Okay, sorry, I'm just trying to mess with my girls. Okay, I say the appropriate age for dating, I say maybe around 18, 19
You sure?
years.
When did she start dating?
Don't worry about it.
Huh?
Don't worry about it.
I was,
Oh, Kenya wasn't.
You're
I was
16.
So let's
I
do
was
this.
17 going.
Kenya, for somebody who might be watching for the first time, Kenya is how old?
I am 25. I have my own career.
Kenya is how old?
I'm 19.
19. Zion is
12.
about to be 13 in a little bit. And
You're
we
not
have
worried
got-
about how old I am.
We the grown folk.
We grown and legal.
All right.
That's what we are.
So, I think you all gave a great definition of dating, you know, for the purpose of marriage. And that's not practiced often in our society, you know. And age, now, you all might think because so the definition of dating, you all saying the definition, the purpose of it is what?
Getting to know
the person.
that person.
Yeah.
Okay.
Feeling.
Building a relationship, a friendship, getting to know someone. You date on the level of getting to know the person that will potentially be your marriage partner.
To be honest, I think dating is, a foundation. So if you build a house on sand, that y'all gonna sink. But if you build it on cement and nice
How do you build a
bricks,
house, Kenya?
That's a great question. But I know that if there's any construction people, you know what I'm talking about. I think the cement goes first or whatever.
Okay.
You
Okay.
dig a hole in the ground.
Okay.
And
So I think that I don't even like the term dating, you know, because I think it's important to just be friends. You see what I'm saying? And when you're friends, you just friends. You hanging out, you getting to know a person. I think when you get to the point where you are, you know, you ready to take that next step, I like to use the word like courting, or you're saying now I'm about to court this person. Well, you can use dating, but I'm about to court this person. Now I'm looking ahead to marriage. Okay. Now age, you can, you know, so you telling me there's no one that can meet in middle school and possibly get married and date in middle
If
school?
they're friends.
I said date in middle school. See, the thing is, it's like, I feel like that's the stage where you need to be friends. I honestly think friendship is really dope until you get to like college or something like that. Because even in high school, it's just childish. Like, I don't know. To me.
It all depends, because there are some, your auntie and PJ and Uncle Harold, they dated in high school and they've been married for how long
A
now?
long time. I mean, they not
You
that
know,
old,
you should
but
know
I mean,
how long your brother
like
and-
30 years or close to it. I don't know it's exact. I know it's been a long time.
Okay.
They've been married over, I think it's close. Man, why do you throw that out? You just set me up. But again, I get your definition. We can use different terminology, but I think that's a good definition. One thing I want to talk about a little bit too, in 1 Corinthians 7:7. All right. Can you read that, Kenya? 1 Corinthians 7:7.
Alright. I wish that all of you were as I am, but each of you has your own gift from God. One has this gift, another has that.
Okay. So singleness is what he's talking about right there. And one thing I think that's very important is that when you're single, I hear these statements like, and some of you all may agree with this statement, say like, my wife make me complete, or another person make you complete. Do you all think another person like make you complete?
I have an answer for that.
Zion, you think like if you met a guy, way into the future, and you really like him, and y'all about to get married, do you think he makes you complete?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. What you think, Kenya?
For a long time, I used to think that, but now I don't.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, oh, no, an individual, another person does not make you complete. The only person who makes you complete is Jesus.
All right. And I agree with you because for so long, people think like, let me grab somewhere quick, hold on. People think that, like, hold on, like if you cut, all right, so we cut this, for so long,
You scratch my table.
I'm sorry. People think in relationships that you're like this when you're single. People think you're like this when you're single. Okay? And then this other person is like this. And then you all meet and you become one. That's not how it works, according to Scripture. We are totally complete in our singleness. We complete in God. We good. We're complete in God. And then you meet another complete person, okay? And then you become one. All right? But you're two people and you become one.
Amen.
In marriage, okay? So the thing, this notion that, hey,
Hey! Okay, sorry about that.
this notion that,
Hold on.
people can really.
Did you rinse the apples? Sorry. I am a germaphobe. I'm so sorry.
Go ahead, Doug.
But this notion that, when I read about what Paul said right here, when he was talking about singleness, it is a gift for those. Some people are single, and they're single for life. They never marry, and we have to be careful that we don't tell single people, "Hey, you're incomplete because you're not married." No, and those of us on our way to marriage, we have to enjoy our single life. And I'm not talking about party club and testing out different people, but I'm saying enjoying your single life. You have freedom to go and do as the Lord leads
Pursue
you.
careers.
Career, but whatever it is.
I think even beyond careers, when you really think about it, even when it comes to the work in the kingdom, when you're married, and especially if you're married and you have children, there are so many responsibilities that you have to put in place and focus so much on, and you don't really have the freedom and the liberty all the time to be all in. Now there's this one word, sacrifice. I get that, but I'm saying that when you're single, you can go about and be more open to maybe missionary work or whatever God is calling you to do. Now, granted, I'm not saying if you have children and you're married that you can't be used. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm just saying that when you're single, you're more open.
You have more freedom.
More
And
freedom. That's what I'm saying. You have more freedom.
And Paul talked about that. He was even saying, hey, I wish that you all would be single if you can. You know what I'm saying? Because if you can be single, that's great, because you can do more for the kingdom. But he was saying, hey, if you burning and if you have that desire, marry.
And there's purpose in that, because you know why? Because God tells us even in Genesis for man and woman to marry and bring forth godly offspring. So it's purpose in both singleness and
I agree.
married,
But I just wanted to push that point that because you're single, you are not a half a person. You are whole.
Yeah.
And the two people that's whole come together and marry. Now, how important do you all think looks are, how important are looks?
I'll say this. I would rather date a dude who's like a little below average with amazing personality and who's like after God versus a dude who is like really, really attractive. I got a stank attitude. Cause that's like, I feel like I can't do it. Yeah.
So,
It's all about your insides to me.
Why do I look at me?
so I'm asking you, what do you
Because
think
she's
of?
not.
But I'm gonna be somewhat.
I mean,
I
no.
just want to be somewhat attracted to the
Yeah.
person. Like,
Zion, I hope-
Right. You definitely don't want to be waking up looking at them like, what I've done. You know what I'm saying? But I'm sorry. Sis.
But no, but what I am saying is, okay, Zion, it looks important.
Not really. I don't really see guys like if you're. I don't really see.
You're
guys
12.
Try to shut up,
One.
Ken. Like I don't really care about looks at this point because like if you are kind and stuff, like if you treat me with respect, then I don't really care about your looks. That's all I got to say.
I think that's a key word though. Someone who respects you,
Oh, yeah.
and especially when you're unmarried, you're respected. Not only
I'm 12.
I'm not talking about you. I'm really looking at you because you made the comment. No, you're not dating right now. But I'm just saying, regardless,
No.
you want a man to respect your principles,
exactly. Yeah.
your values, and especially your Christian values. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I do think that you do need to be somewhat attracted to that person. But and if that person, who knows, like King said, is especially being a believer, there is an attraction. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah. We can. Some people can go too deep.
Too deep.
I think looks matter, but that shouldn't be the most important thing, and that's all you focused
Exactly.
in on,
Right.
because character is so important.
Right.
Yeah.
And
So
keep in mind that over the years, those sexy looks,
they fade.
they will
They fade.
change.
Yeah,
they will
they fade.
fade. You
That's
know,
it.
seriously.
You're
I
right.
mean, no, seriously, all jokes aside though. I mean, we get caught up into, I like that answer. You focus in
But you
what
ain't
matters
fade,
most.
baby. You ain't fade.
Aw, neither you, babe.
Stop it.
Okay, fine. Anyway, no, seriously, you made me lose my train of thought.
You wrong.
But no, seriously, I do believe that, see, never mind.
You
all
said
joking
what I
aside.
said. I
What?
remember that you said what you said, Kenya.
Yeah, that you should go with the character.
Character inside.
All right, y'all. We done had some good dinner, and we've had some good devotion. Now it's time for a duet.
All right, let's go.
1, 2, 3.
With
Y'all be blessed. See y'all next week. Hey, hey, yeah, 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 yeah. He's mine, sweet Jesus. He's mine, sweet Jesus. He's mine, sweet Jesus. He's mine, sweet Jesus. Sweet Jesus.
I'm not.